Hello? Oh my god. I need to clear my voice. Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure it's on. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Am I here? Hello? Hello? Here, wait. I need to pull up the stream on my phone. Oh my god. My phone won't fall this time, I swear. I get to add my own live stream. I'm on my own channel. Stop! Hello, I see some people. Okay, I hear myself, that's good. Hello, everybody. Oh my god. Pull the live chat up. I'm here. I'm here. Yes, this is more important than finals, you're right. Oh my god. No, oh my god. This was a struggle to pull up. I'm currently using my laptop in a hotel in a secluded room with a microphone. But I made it work. All right. We make these things work. We make these things work. Are you gonna play David if you play a survivor? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I've got it pulled up. I'm not sure what other people are gonna do. I assume killer queues in the PTB are gonna be terrible, like awful, like god awful, because nobody's gonna be queuing up for survivor. I think. I'm gonna try, but if he's playable today, the servers are probably gonna throttle. Yeah. So I'm hoping. I don't know what's gonna happen. If the queues are bad, maybe we could set up some sort of like private match. Have either some people join in or maybe some other people I could ask. I'm not sure. Maybe they have something else going on. But yeah. Or just like a private like bot lobby, but that would be kind of boring. I don't know, we'll see. I have a lot of blood points saved up, so I want to get like prestige instantly, and hopefully I don't know. The problem with Dead by Daylight PTB is you have to download the update while you're streaming. Oh, hopefully nothing bad happens. I did a test last night. Everything was fine, so yeah, it was okay for the most part. They said Among Us. That's true. I opened up my Lotto Dot live stream and his eyes started glowing red. He started talking about how he hated FNAF. Oh, you went on evil Lotto Dot's live stream. My twin, my evil doppelganger. Good stuff. Yeah, there should be a stream in about 15 minutes. That is the part 2 to the anniversary live stream that we reacted to first time, which just revealed Springtrap. So this, I assume, goes into his power and the map. I left a few teasers on Twitter. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up without anything bad showing up. I'm just gonna go on my profile. Oh, wow, look, my Twitter. Oh, well, yeah, I forgot Twitter's like broken. Yes, look at this. Let me turn the music off. Let me reset for anybody who hasn't seen it. Ahem. Quiet down. Oh, it just cut out. It just cut out. Okay. Ooh. Isn't this cool? Oh, we got some cameras. I guess this is, well, not I guess. This is a restroom. I'm losing my mind. I assume these reticles are going to be kind of like Singularity, where you can go to other cameras. I don't know. Because this is either Survivor POV or Killer POV. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Some sort of mechanic using cameras. Yeah, the noise at the end. It's definitely some sort of vent noise, right? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize how loud it was. Oh, it's still loud. Oh, jeez. It's some sort of vent noise. Or like a small little jump scare or something. But, ooh. See, this was the one angle that we didn't get. Well, there was an angle. There was like a camera. The perspective was over here or something. But, Pirates Cove should be right here. And this is the show stage. Right here. Arcade. Something else like that. So we get a little entrance over this away. And just a restroom. There was a little blip of... I assume this is probably behind show stage, right? It kind of looks like it. I don't know. Singularity helped Springtrap'S set of cameras. Yeah. Because, I don't know. It is kind of cool. You can't even, like, see, like, a camera aura. It's just there. I swear Singularity had, like, you could see the auras around the map. Something like that. So. Yeah, but this definitely looks like a backstage room. This is a little restroom. Oh. We don't get too much of anything. They're still keeping secrets. That's cool. I don't like secrets. Music back. But it was cool. I saw the other teasers too. Actually, you know what? Let's just go through them. Anybody who hasn't seen them. Oh! Nothing show up bad. There's a dangerous place. Oh! By Deli Drops? Yeah, they left this here. I saw people say, yeah, this doesn't mean anything. But, yeah, whatever. Do not leave the stove on if you leave the kitchen. No one read the employee booklet. I wonder if these are gonna be left around the map, like little notes. Or if this is just for the teaser. But, yeah, whatever. Fight of 87's real now, yeah. It's real! Don't get too close to Freddy on the stage, guys. He might eat you. A few other teasers. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ooh. Confetti coming from. Ooh. I saw this clock. It's like a frog clock. Reminds me a little bit of like the FNAF Plus one. They might have maybe just like taken a little inspiration from it. I don't know if I can pull it up, but anyway. FNAF Plus clock. But I think it was like a Freddy clock. Yeah, look. It's not, this is like the exact same thing. Sorta. I mean, this guy rendered it, but you know. You can barely see it. It has a bow tie too. It's green. And I swear on the teaser there were eyes. This is quite similar. Like, I'm not saying anything. Confetti coming from. I find more each night. Oh. It's confetti everywhere. Then, haha. Someone grabbed the toolbox from the repair room. Oh my god. I know what this means. Probably the golden toolbox. They always put one in every single map. Gotta be a cool spot. Somewhere. Room gives me the creeps. Or that room. Scary toolbox room. And then there's rats in the vents. Rats in the vents. I think we've got rats in the vents again. I can hear them running now. But we don't get an inspection. Yeah, so I assume, yeah, Springtrap has to have some sort of vent ability. And either the survivors or the killer gets to use the cameras. So, might be a mix of both, too. Highlighted words probably mean something. What if you, like, put them all together? R-A-R-N. Okay. It's a lot of R's. I don't think that's making a word. From? Yeah, I don't know. No. I tried. It's not making words. Words aren't connecting to me. Yeah. The Easter eggs are gonna be cool. That is true. I hope, I don't know. I'm excited to see a lot. I want to see his bio. Every killer's got like a small little bio of how they got there. I want to see that. I want to see like, oh, so much. Golden toolboxes are just Easter eggs, not interactable, but it'd be cool if you could pick them up and be haunted by Golden Freddy. You know, maybe because it's like a golden toolbox, there'll be like Maybe there's some reference to Golden Freddy and like, you know, where it's hiding. Like maybe you can see it and like right next to it is Golden Freddy. Like shows up right next to it and like takes it. I don't know. Might just be a golden toolbox. I don't know. They said that the map has, I could be wrong, right? Like the most Easter eggs or something. They said something along the lines of that. And that there were a lot of jump scares around the map. Right? I assume because Chica's cupcake is missing, right? That's gotta mean something. I don't know. That's gotta mean something. We got 7 minutes till the live stream. Yeah, I want to boot up Dead by Daylight. But if I do, my laptop's gonna get really loud. I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna do it just yet, okay? I also have a sub screen for Dead by Daylight because I realized my ears, my giant ear, and half of my head kind of takes like the perk slot. You can't see perks, so I changed the screen. It'll be a lot better. And I did a lot of tests last night. So I was like, oh my god. This hotel Wi-Fi is gonna come in clutch, okay? Oh. And it is early. Yeah, I do like that they have these early, but ugh. Like, dude, the PTB's at noon. There's no way the queues aren't terrible. You will not be able to get into a killer game. The bio is just bet you were excited, nerd. Ha. Yeah, this is a Springtrap bio. Oh man. It's just like Scott Cawthon told us not to say anything for the bio. He's just like missing a bio. He just doesn't have one. He's the only killer without one. There's no explanation. Or it's just something dumb. He's like, he just appeared in the fog one day. Nobody knows how. That would be stupid. What do you got a hotel for? Yeah, we're having like a vacation. Look, the guy, Eric Pope, I think he's the community manager for Dead by Daylight, said early June is when this was going on. So I was like, sweet, right? Only a few days. No. Changed it to the 27th of May. Okay, fine. Whatever. 27th of May, it's bad. It's whatever. But I'm in Florida right now. I'm not usually in Florida. Use for Tokyo Ghoul, we're like 10 minutes. Imagine how bad it's gonna be for set. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. I think just have to hop in a custom game. But we'll see. Oh, and for those who don't know, I have played Dead by Daylight quite a bit. I'm not the FNAF YouTuber who's never played Dead by Daylight and doesn't know what it's about. I know a little bit, okay? I have 2,000 hours on the game. But I have stopped playing. Okay, the music just changed. Ah, I don't like this one. Go back. No, not that one either. I just clicked the same one. Go back. Yeah, this one's good. I played a little bit. 2,000 hours. So, should be up to date. I know a little bit, all right? I have kind of fallen off of grace. I used to play a lot in 2022, 2021. Like, grinded the game out. Now, not so much. But Springtrap'S coming, so let's go! Springtrap! I know there's a lot of people who are just getting into the game. Especially like in the YouTube community or whatever. So. Never played before, yeah. Honestly, I would recommend it. Well, like sorta. Springtrap'S gonna be cool. The game's it's a little hard, especially for like beginner people. I know they're doing like a Dead by Daylight FNAF YouTuber event soon. So I was excited to watch that because I don't know if a lot of people have played the game, so it's always fun to see. I love seeing people who don't know how to play the game play the game. A little bit might be an understatement, just a little bit. I played just a tad, just a little. I know there's gonna be a huge sale going on soon, if not already. No, I don't think so yet, but I would hold on your horses if you're gonna buy the game. That is also not my. Yeah, there's not a sale going on right now, but they usually have like pretty big sales around the anniversary, so. Or just hold on to that for now. You had to have a Stephen King chapter, what do you think it would be? I think, okay, like honestly, Like Pennywise would make so much sense though. I feel like Pennywise is one of those chapters that like has to come out. All right, we need it. We need Pennywise. That's been talked about for like so long. I love any representation of Pennywise in the game. Between vanilla and modded, I have nearly 4K hours in Terraria. Wow. Yeah, I do feel like everybody has like a game that they just always play. Dead by Daylight's like been that for me forever. Ugh. Oh. Ow. Oh my god. 2 more minutes. Getting it in. I know there's a lot of people streaming this right now. So there's a lot to choose from. I wonder if it's gonna just jumpstart into it. It said it starts at 11. Well, yeah. Yeah. 11 EST. I'm on a different time zone. Wait, my computer says it's different. I don't know what it means. Oh my god. Fellow Brave? Narrow Raven? Stop watching me. Ugh. Guys, are you ready? Oh my god. I'm not ready. This is crazy. They're actually gonna show things, I think, hopefully. I do want to see a few cosmetics, but I do know that the guy said also, which I guess he didn't lie. He's just straight up lying at this point. But no, there's no cosmetics, I think is what he said on the PTB. Now, could lie, but we'll see. Because I know the last PTB, they did have cosmetics, so I guess we'll see. You'd love to see Phantom of the Opera in Dead by Daylight? That'd be cool. They need to bring more like classic horror. That would be really cool. The Invisible Man. I want to see him. When can I continue the Among Us rivalry into Dead by Daylight? Never. You're never joining. Ever. You're banned. I'm blocking you on Steam. You're gone. Do you have any recommendations for Dead by Daylight stuff to play? Like what? Like people to play? Because honestly, I don't know. There's always like, I feel like there's one license in the game right now that you'd probably like. You know, I mean, if you like FNAF, you know, he's in there. So. 1 year, what? One more night? Oh, he's coming. It is coming. Add Doom to Dead by Daylight, but have Doom guy be the killer and just see the survivors as demons. Oh. That would be. It would be cool to have something kind of like that. I know like some of the lore, right, has like I think Deathslinger and Wraith see like the survivors as like evil people. I don't know. It's something to their lore. Like they, you know, they think the survivors are like bad. Weird that it's the staff POV for the teasers if there's no cosmetics. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, PTB makes sense for no cosmetics, but they just started doing it. Ow. Maybe it's a licensing thing. I don't know. Because the FNAF movie, you know, that's a cosmetic. I do want to see the cosmetics though. Please, I would love a Scrap Trap cosmetic. I know people say no, but I want a Scrap Trap cosmetic, okay? I would love Scrap Trap. Oh, they have Dracula. Yeah, that's right. I always forget Castlevania's in the game. Well, I mean, to be fair, that like Castlevania's Dracula is as Dracula as you can really get. Shadow Springtrap skin? Yeah, they could add Dark Springtrap. I feel like that's just pretty easy recolor, right? He's officially a character. He's in the character encyclopedia, guys. So yeah, Dark Springtrap. Gotta be in. Yes, Scrap Trap, my goat. Look. Yes, we all love Scrap Trap in here. Everybody in this live stream loves Scrap Trap. We do not want to see any Scrap Trap haters. Okay, he's got a big head, but it's because he has a lot of ideas going in his mind. Right? Right, 20,000 people waiting. I guess I should be talking. Right. I started my like other live stream like way late. So, Burn Trap, true. Jacko Springtrap, that would be cool. Yeah, I mean, they'll probably do like original stuff anyway. I wonder because they always do anniversary. They always do anniversary live streams. or not anniversary live streams. I was literally just looking at the thing. They do anniversary cosmetics for the anniversary. It's like original Dead by Daylight. It's kind of like blue and goldy feel. So I don't know. I feel like it would be cool if they did something original like that. They also have blighted cosmetics. Something like that would be really cool. FNAF AR skins, clown Springtrap. Come on, tell me that wouldn't be cool. Oh, I would love it. Got some what are the toxic Springtrap, FNAF AR. There's like the curse, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Those would be cool. Just as like cosmetics, right? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Clown Springtrap, whenever he walks, squeaking sound plays. Oh, that'd be perfect. Love that rabbit, big brain. Yes, see, Scraptrap is just really smart, right? Just really, really smart. Scrap Baby and Dead by Daylight. See, there are a lot of possibilities from what is it? It's like a second chapter. It'd be really cool. Spring Bonnie skin. Yeah, that makes sense. Like a fixed Springtrap. That's just gotta happen. Love something like that. Burn Trap. Traumatized because I keep getting the mystery mini. Toxic Springtrap. Oh. Yeah, he's like the most common one. That's that, right? Okay, I'm just gonna refresh. They're not starting it, right? Oh, they did start it. I'll keep playing music. I'll just keep playing it till they do it. And we're gonna remove chat because I don't know what's gonna pop up. Oh my god, is that Floop Loops? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's me under. And then we'll chill. What if as a meme they did an 8-bit purple guy? That would be cool. Yeah, oh yeah, no, both of you guys saying that. Pixelated? Yeah, that would be cool. Like a mini game skin. Should be 1080p. Hopefully it doesn't bug out anything. All right, my hotel Wi-Fi, it's staying in there. Waffle Springtrap. Just chill right now. A leaker? Springtrap gets pregnant. What? That's crazy. It'd be funny if they found a way to add plush trap. Yeah, that would be cool. See, they would not add a plush trap skin for Chucky, but I wouldn't complain, okay? Can we get a skin like the movie skin where he doesn't have the mask? Oh, like just normal Springtrap without the mask? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they'll play, like, you know, with the animations, they'll definitely play around with the fact that there's like a guy in the suit, right? They'll have him kind of like trying to open his jaw, like in the rare screens. Until Wi-Fi holding strong for FNAF Dead by Daylight. I'm hoping, okay? I'm hoping. Need it to. I really do need it to. It needs to hold in. If it goes out, I'll be really sad. Okay. To be fair, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's just the download speed that's a little weird, which is why I'm worried when the PTB comes around. I'll have to download that while I'm streaming. I might get a little... Oh my god. I always forget this isn't on loop. You know, this is cool though. Okay, countdown. Just needed to be quiet. Yeah. Oh yeah. We already have a skin without the mask. Yeah. Keep it Springtrap emo is death. Yeah, I mean, the model itself is gonna look like, I mean, it has to be like kind of a normal dude. It's not gonna be like Scott Cawthon style human, you know? His beautiful modeling. But yeah, I mean, from the screenshots, like, you know, he's more like fleshy. You know, his arms look like arms instead of wires around an endoskeleton. So it's gonna definitely be an interesting model. I wonder if his face is like facial structure is gonna kind of be the same. It kind of has to be, for his eyes, you know, be like kind of replaced. But we'll see. His weapons are a knife. from what like the silhouette shows, it is a knife, I think. And also like the licensed movie skin has a knife, and they do change weapons. I'm just, you know, so throughout something. I think it is a knife though. I think it's a butcher knife, kind of like Myers or Chucky or whatever, or like a kitchen knife. It's a kitchen knife. So knife seems a little basic. Yeah, I don't know. It might be a little different. I wonder if it's gonna be kind of like specialized or not. I know like most of the media, right, that has like Springtrap or, you know, William Afton holding a weapon, it's a knife. So at least officially, right, most of it is a knife. So are there emotes in this game? Would be cool to get a Springlock emote. There's no emotes, not in this game. There is like special animations that can play, so I don't know. I'm really, because like every killer, well, not every killer, but most of the new killers have like a startup animation. I'm kind of curious what, you know, Springtrap'S is gonna be. I always kind of wonder if he's gonna like start twitching out on the ground and then kind of get up, kind of like a, I don't know, that Springlock scene from the FNAF 3 trailer like years ago. That would be cool. A pizza cutter. That would be cool. Yeah, I mean, if he has cosmetics, I assume they'll kind of change the knife up, or, you know, whatever it is, but it did look like a knife. William with an axe is best. Okay, I will be honest, I really do like the axe. I know some people don't. I think the axe looks cool. At first I wasn't, and then I kind of liked it. Like people like would put it in like art and stuff. Oh, it looks really cool. I do know there is, well, you know, I think the unknown, yeah, the unknown, he has like a pretty basic fire axe. That would kind of be the same thing. But like, you know, in saying that, like a bunch of killers just have normal knives. So especially if we're going kitchen knife route, like Myers and Chucky literally have the same thing. So there's not really too much difference, but I don't know, we'll see. They're kind of a, okay, I guess it's technically not 11 yet. So I was like, I've been on the screen for a while. Comically large knife. I mean, to be fair, I think it is going to be pretty big. He has a voice line where you start the match. He says, "Who could resist an opportunity such as this?" I mean, PJ Haywood is literally voice acting Springtrap. I think that's insane. He hasn't done voice acting work for like the series in a little bit. It's been a while. I can't wait to hear his voice lines. I assume most of them are going to be kind of like either FNAF 6. Yeah, most of them probably going to be, you know, FNAF 6 voice lines. But we'll see. I don't know. I hope they're cool. I hope he has some interaction with survivors. There's like really weird scenarios where sometimes like killers will have like interactions with licensed survivors. Like, who is it? Is it the Houndmaster? Houndmaster has like a voice line with Nicolas Cage. I want Springtrap to have a voice line with Nicolas Cage, okay? Is it too much to ask? Him walking out of the Fazbear Fright burnt down aftermath would be a great starting animation. So, yeah, it would be cool. I don't think that can happen, but I do wonder if there's any sort of like interaction he has with the map. I don't know. They've never done anything like that, but you could see something really cool. Just talk to Nicolas Cage. I always wonder if they would have like a reference to Willy's Wonderland, right? Like Nicolas Cage says something to Springtrap instead. He's like, I fought against these guys before. I could take them down. I don't know. It would be fun, okay? Nicolas Cage has some good interactions in this game. I think he has one with Sadako, which is cool. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Simulator and Ultimate Custom have great voice lines. Yeah, they're definitely gonna borrow something like this. What is it? It's the one. This is voice line. It's like the one where he like goes to the location. He's like, "Oh, I couldn't resist." Something like that. I feel like that he has to say that in this game, right? Because he goes into the fog. You know, he ain't getting kidnapped. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's used the knife officially in Silver Eyes. Yeah, not pretty sure. At least in that trilogy somewhere. I'm like blanking right now, but did use a knife. And then the movie, of course, right? He had a pretty standard kitchen knife. So I guess we'll see. It would be cool to see, yeah, like imagine him say like some like FNAF movie voice lines. I assume he's gonna say, "I always come back," you know. How could one resist a promise such as this? Yeah, yeah. That's the voice line. Never truly die in the fog. Exactly. He loves it. His immortality. Boy Chica skin for Springtrap? Now we're cooking. I've seen a lot of people throw around the idea of other killers, like getting cosmetics that are FNAF tied, but I don't know. Not to be that guy, but I'm a little iffy on it. I think there's, I don't know, about, like, it would be really cool to have, like, Withered Foxy be Blight or something. At the same time, Blight, like, injects himself with orange stuff. Not that it can't happen, Birkin's in the game, but Birkin kind of fit Blight so much. Oh, it's starting.
We're back. We're here. We're live
Him.
in Montreal. We're live in
This is
our
off.
studio, in our brand new studio. In the studio.
New studio, who this?
Who
right?
dat?
It's starting.
That is a palette. That is also a coffee table.
It's got coasters.
You know.
Tell me if the volume's good. I can
but
turn it up
also
a bit.
Not a picture frame. That is actually a video screen. We're not going to make use of it
Turning
today
it up.
because we literally just got it installed. Streams in the future. We're going to be having a lot of fun with a lot of these. They look like static picture frames, but really excited for us to have this as a resource here in our own studio in Montreal, so we can do more stuff here, including videos that you do all the time,
And
interviews,
Legion
whatever.
getting cosmetics and FNAF
So
4
yes,
bullies.
hello,
I feel
welcome.
like
There are a lot of
Fanny
you out
would be
there.
perfect.
Thank you for joining us. This is actually our second live stream of the month of May.
Always been my
Earlier, we
statement.
were at PAX East in Boston.
Legion fits like
where
basically everybody.
Also, a bunch of people showed
You
up
really
in
think about it.
person, which was an incredible delight to meet so many people I only knew as online
Teenager with
names,
knife.
and to ham it up in front of a live
Not really a
audience was pretty
teenager,
fun.
like a young adult.
So we just wanted to say thank you for that. That
Yeah, shut up.
you know, was our first big live event in a long time, and y'all showed up. So hopefully that means we can do more. And the only negative of that event, we were not joined by Dork
Yes.
due to visa issues.
It was really sad to be watching from the sidelines,
Call
but
her a dork,
the
I swear.
hype in that room
What's your
was
name?
electric. So, like, even being at home, but just rooting you guys, that was just amazing. So I truly hope that maybe in the future I'll be able to meet you guys in
I
person.
like the set they have. They usually
but
have
for
cool
now,
sets like
let's
this.
get into today's live stream, which we're talking about part 2
He just
of
does
our
act like edgy
anniversary
teens,
live
yeah.
stream with the Dead
Edgy
by
teens that
Daylight
murder
Five
people.
Nights at Freddy's official live stream. And today, especially
Oh my
at PAX,
God,
you
can you
guys got
believe
a
it?
little taste about what was coming with this chapter. But now we're going to be talking about the map, the new gameplay, and the anniversary event, which is right around the corner.
We just gave them an app, and now they're getting the full pizza.
Yeah, the new full pizza.
So if
you
you
believe it?
are new to Dead by
The
Daylight,
pizza.
which I suspect some
Wish
of
I
you
had
are,
pizza.
there are a lot
I'm
of
hungry.
people here. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Hello, camera 2. If you're new to Dead by Daylight, I just want to quickly explain what's going on today. We're doing our stream, obviously, and generally we try to do these when we have either a release
That's the
of the
thing.
full chapter or, as is the case today, a PTB. If you don't know what PTB is, public test battle.
Beta,
Who flipping
beta.
knows? What it is a test tool for
Actually,
us
public
on the
test
development
build.
team. Truly, it's,
Guys, come on,
it's
guys.
a chance for us to get the build out early, find some rough edges, anything that might not be working, and get it up to gear, up to snuff for the full release, which is coming on June 17th.
Yeah, Faz
So
Rose,
I
I
just
saw
wanted
it.
to set the stage for you
That's
in case you
cool.
didn't know what PTB
You could definitely
is,
play
'cause I
around with,
mentioned
like,
it a
you know,
few
what he could
times.
say.
But that is planned to go
wonder if
live
Scott
as soon
Cawthon
as
kind
we
of
wrap up the
intervened a
show
lot of
here
those
today,
times
if we
with
time it
voice lines.
perfectly. So stay tuned. All right, so
just
Five
wonder how
Nights at
much input he
Freddy's
had.
is our most requested chapter of all time. You have wanted this for a long time. FNAF fans have wanted it for a long time. DVD fans have wanted it for a long time. I have wanted it for a long time. Now it's actually happening. So let's not delay any longer. We'll show you what's
Oh, my ears
coming
aren't
in the
covering
show
anything, by the way.
today with the run of show. So we're
Maybe
gonna
it
kick
is.
things off with a segment that you've been waiting for.
Oh,
Five
okay,
Nights
so
at
they're gonna
Freddy's
show the anniversary stuff,
gameplay,
too.
Playing as Springtrap. And helping us out, we're going to have Jason
Thank you, Loma.
Puzo back with us to talk about Springtrap's gameplay, but also the Freddy
Show us
Fazbear
Springtrap.
Pizza map.
It seems like they're getting
Yes,
to
and
it.
Next, I'll be joined on the couch
first
with
thing.
Jason Banks, who's going to break down this year's anniversary event and show us everything's going to be happening for this last Twisted Masquerade. Then we'll have a new face on the couch, which is going to be Hollis from the product team, who's going to be running through the latest collections that'll be rolling into the fog here in a couple of months. And then after that, Eric and I will be back on the couch to talk about the Dead by Daylight creator program.
Dead by Daylight's 9th
which I know
anniversary
a lot of our
is
content
in
creators out
June, I
there
think.
are at the edge of their seats waiting to hear news
Actually, I think
about,
it's-
so stay tuned.
Yeah, it's in June.
And we also have another thing to share with you that is new.
They'll be doing an event when
maybe
Springtrap
you
comes
saw
out.
in your news yesterday in the game. Little spoiler. We're going to be talking about the extremely cool
there's a
new
can of
Dead by
gasoline.
Daylight stats tracker that's coming
Sets
up.
people afire. Oh my
We're gonna
god.
be able to look at your in-game stats and
It
progress.
makes people
as you
die in a fire?
meet.
Yes, I cannot wait to see how many times I
I understood that.
After that, well, obviously, it's gonna be wouldn't be a Dead by Daylight live stream without having some Twitch drops. And we're gonna have
Oh my God.
3 amazing Twitch drops
Guys.
for players to go ahead and redeem on Twitch. So make sure you're looking at the Twitch chat,
ignore that I'm on
looking at
YouTube.
the QR code
And
to go
stay
ahead
in my
make sure you're
stream.
linking your behavior account so that you're not missing it. It starts
I'm not
today
streaming on Twitch.
up until June 10th. But maybe Eric, you want to tell us?
See,
what
June
we're
10th,
gonna
you still
get?
got time.
I do.
Stay here. I swear.
I don't
I'll offer
know that it
bonuses.
matches what's in
You
the
stay here, I'll
image,
play a Springtrap.
We have 3 drops for you, but actually the first drop is a combo. You're gonna get blood points as well as a smiling
blood
clown
points.
badge. Sorry, I don't. What I have written down versus what's in that image are not the same thing. So
Oh yeah,
we're gonna
I saved
learn
up a
together.
lot of blood points. I should be able to get the full
Smiling
prestige
clown badge,
Springtrap like
200,000 blood
right when he
points,
comes out. So
bundled
if anybody
together
wants to
for
see
watching
that,
1 hour, a
I'll show
Clown
you
Den
it.
banner for watching 3 hours, and a pin the tail on the Maurice charm for
Buy beer
anyone who
anyway.
accumulates 6 hours.
Of course they have to promote their
Oh,
Twitch
Maurice,
drops. Come on,
how
what's
I
the
miss you.
YouTube drops? They,
I have to
don't
do
think
my-
there's,
my
like,
little
anything
head
like
pats
that.
at the map.
I know. I hope he returns to us soon.
So-
Before we dive in, one last thing we did want to mention if you've been around for a few weeks. We're running a charity program at the moment.
Radius
which
music will
I've
involve
been
FNAF 1's
psyched about,
ambience at layer 1.
tied to Aurella's
That would be
release,
cool. I assume
and
there's going to be
it
some
has
sort of references, right?
already- well,
There's a lot of
it's
motifs playing
finished,
around.
but it,
Coffee reference
has
on the
over
map, please.
$200,000.
Oh my God.
That'd
And
be
that's
great.
before the multiplier that we're still calculating right now. So thank you to everyone who contributed to that
I don't know.
charity.
We can
It's
hope,
going
right?
To a really great cause.
Some
It's
sort
the
of
Justine
desolate hope.
Foundation here in Montreal to help kids and their moms. So thank you. We'll announce the final number when we have it from the numbers people, but it is well over $200,000. So crazy.
That's a lot.
I am excited for
Okay.
FNAF.
Without
For FNAF
further
movie
ado,
2. I couldn't say that.
let's talk about Five Nights
Of
at
course.
Freddy's, playing a Springtrap, and bring out our dear friend Jay Guzzo. The
Wow,
killer's
look at those
designer.
coasters on the palette. Oh my god! Why did they make that so loud? That was like a jump scare. That's probably his theme. Oh, actually, I'm gonna turn it up. You guys hear it? Kinda sounds like an arcade. This is going on for quite a long time. This is cool. This is probably his theme. Yeah, why did they have to jump scare me? You know, there we go. You got a taste. It scared me, guys. They jump scared me. It's like Five Nights at Freddy's. They told us there would be jump scares. Yeah, it's like Carnival. Yeah. Is there live stream bugging? This is definitely his theme, because I don't recognize it. It's definitely not Clown's theme. I think it's his lobby music, but the lobby music kind of always plays a part in Chase theme. Okay, never mind. They were just switching. You're gonna turn it up now.
Oh, I was waiting for Jay to tell us when we're ready. But we're
Look, they have a little
live.
Freddy
See,
plush.
I told you it's live. You didn't believe us.
That's Eric, right?
Okay, so hi, Jay.
I wasn't paying attention.
So from the time that we announced
Little
that Five
Funko
Nights at Freddy's
Freddy.
coming to Dead
Aw.
by Daylight, obviously the excitement has been off the charts for Five Nights at Freddy's fans, for DBD
Wanna
fans,
see the rabbits.
myself, maybe you,
Too.
and you know, people are speculating. Who's the killer going to be? Are we going to get a map, et cetera, et cetera? We answered those things in a high-level way at PAX a few weeks ago.
Turn it up a little bit. So it's quiet.
Indeed, we will have a killer, Springtrap. For the first time ever, you get to play as Springtrap instead of be terrorized
Springtrap.
by Springtrap. Well, if you're a survivor, you'll still be terrorized. And also, we'll be bringing a new map. So Jay has come here to join us. And if you have watched
I'm
streams before,
excited.
you would know Jay from such hits as Chucky and also Dracula. Jay is the killer designer on both of those, as well as Springtrap. So,
Ooh.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm also excited for you to be here,
Oh.
Jay. So let's get into it. So
Show
as
some
I mentioned,
images?
You worked on some pretty iconic licenses already. So
I remember
when you were assigned
them
Five
showing
Nights at
Stranger Things.
Freddy's,
That was crazy.
what was it like when you first started working on that chapter?
It was really interesting. I didn't have a lot of experience with it. Excuse me, my voice is a little.
I do have that
my throat's a
Freddy
little
plush.
dry today.
Like a lot of people do.
I was obviously aware of it. I mean,
I've got it too.
It's become so iconic and such a
Why
short
not
period of
Springtrap?
time.
I don't know.
But I'm gonna be honest.
It's hard to
I
find
didn't
these
really
days.
Realize how kind of
Can't get 'em in a
the
store.
lore and the story went
Yes.
before I started kind of looking into this.
Not too
chapter,
expensive on the
so,
aftermarket.
It's been cool, and like the story is way more horrifying than I ever thought it would be, to be honest.
Oh yes, despite how cute it is, very horrifying. And actually, I think that's a very initial common ground DBD fans and FNAF fans will have. Deep lore on both games, much more than you'd expect. And once you dig in, it's really cool stuff, and it goes, like you said, it goes places.
Yeah.
So I guess the way you mentioned it,
Let's get
sounds like you
Chica
had
in
to do
here.
a lot of research to get up to speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I forgot my Chica plush.
You know, one
at
of my
home.
favorite things about doing licenses like this is
I could bring
it
a. I
gives
should have
me-
brought a Springtrap
it gives
plush
me
up.
an excuse. I
could do
guess,
that
a
while,
reason to become like a real.
while I download the
big nerd
PTB.
of one specific franchise.
Put a
or
Springtrap
IP,
plush in the corner.
and that's always amazing. You know, Chucky, I got to watch all
Trust.
the movies, and Dracula, we played the games and watched stuff. So this one, I did the same thing. I jumped in. My main thing was
Sure, see it
YouTube,
too.
Twitch.
She's
Watching
watching.
streams. I watched.
Trust. There's one person
60 to 70
in this
hours
live
of
stream who is
content
Chica plush.
of some of the more popular streamers, I guess we can say, all through all the games, including the VR.
MCI
stuff,
Souls
including,
accessory ideas.
not
Cosmetics for
just to see
survivors?
the games and how they played, but
Maybe?
also the players, how they react,
we've
the
gotten
community,
some
how they
look.
react, what
I don't
kind
know.
of,
I wonder what survivor cosmetics they would bring in.
what, getting the
I
inspiration.
assume like maybe an
and the
employee
experience
outfit and a
of
security
FNAF
guard if they
and
were to
Five
do
Nights at
something like
Freddy's,
that.
excuse
But
me.
beyond that, I don't think they would do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a really special thing. You didn't just tackle it from a mechanics point of view. You wanted to understand the community. You wanted to understand
Yeah.
the players, make them feel as welcome in DBD as possible. Dead
Yeah.
by Daylight, sorry.
She was the first.
No,
She's
we're
seen
doing this a
everything.
lot. It's just
That's
scripted, it's
true.
acronym.
She's seen everything. She's seen Springtrap.
So
She
I
she
think
already
that's
knows.
a great touch.
We're good.
So any surprises you found along the way as you were doing that?
Freddy plush is staring into my soul.
Yeah, I mean, this won't be a surprise to most people, but it was to me. Was like I said, just how passionate the community is. They're like you said, it's very similar to DBD in that respect of like very passionate fans and very
passionate.
passionate community. People who kind
Passionate of two
watch
people.
the trailers and they watch
me?
play and they pixel peep.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
they
it.
kind of start stringing things together, and I imagine there's at least a few Five Nights fans with like the boards with pictures and the string all over them.
Paper mask
Yes,
based off the animatronics of
which Jay,
survivors.
You're kind of famous for with Dracula. Hand drew some
Maybe.
meme-worthy art, so maybe we'll have some more. But yeah, they're probably picking apart our outfits as we speak. Like, what does it mean? What is it? I just wanted people to see my cool new mint-colored shoes. That's
I
all.
just wanted.
I was gonna
people to see-
say.
I don't know if I can. show
Those are
it.
cool Vans.
My daughter bought me
Freddy socks!
socks for Christmas.
Got Freddy on the feet. Likewise, my son gave me his.
I wish I had those.
Plush.
I would wear
Good
Freddy
luck
socks.
today, so we are loving it over here. So before we jump into the gameplay, why don't you tell us about how you started to approach the design of Springtrap?
Yeah.
Any
it was really
comedic? How many people
interesting
underestimate the
because
dedication of the FNAF
obviously,
community? Yeah.
If you know both games.
Probably a
gameplay-wise,
lot
they're
of
pretty
people
darn
watching this
different.
live stream right now. Hold on.
Five Nights at Freddy's is really about sitting still.
Oh, 60K,
manage
that's quite a
resources,
bit.
Particularly the battery, and try not to get killed. Whereas
Yeah,
DBD is all
honestly,
over
I
the
think
ground, doing the
There's gonna be
jabs if you
so
sit
many people
still.
playing on launch. There's gonna be so many
So
people in the
that was
BTB.
a great idea. So it really became about kind of
Security guard outfit, just a white.
what
Yeah,
the
something like that.
quintessential
I always thought about
Five
like
Nights at Freddy's experience
how cool
is.
it would
was,
be.
like the security
You know the
optics,
like movie
the
outfit.
battery power,
That,
all those
um,
amazing jump scares,
Yes.
and just kind of
Wait,
figuring
just
out how
listening
to
to him.
adapt that into the context of DVD.
Perfect.
It's like
So
red
with
vests with
transition,
the
let's
like
get into
the pins
Springtrap specifically
and
his
the
gameplay.
dress shirt.
Yeah.
Guy. That'd be
So
cool. Okay, wait, I'm gonna shut
one
up.
of the goals for Springtrap was to figure out how to lean into those jump scares, which are kind of
Mm-hmm.
the thing about the Five Nights at Freddy's games, right? Without making him just a straight up stealth killer, which was
Doesn't even
something
hold a
we wanted
candle
to
to this
do.
live stream. True. This is where everybody's
So I
at.
had this idea of doing something that we'd never really
This
tried
is-
before, where
This is where you get
we
the top
focus
intel. It's from me.
Springtrap kind of as a grab-based killer.
Oh, guys, it's Springtrap.
Jump scares into themselves with.
I'm covering Springtrap's
right
name.
there.
Oh,
So
dude,
we just kinda
look.
leaned into that and gave him more.
He
of those
looks pretty
opportunities.
different.
There he is right
He is
there on
holding a
screen, by the way.
kitchen
Yeah.
butcher
We
knife.
even have another one of him doing a little bit of
Wow.
a grab.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's his FNAF AR pose.
And yeah, and we gave him a
Wow.
unique projectile, which is really cool. So Springtrap has 2
Oh
weapons.
my god.
I get to
Look
finally
at him.
announce. I know the community have been talking about it. So he has a large pizza knife as his main weapon. And,
Oh, he actually has a
yeah,
pizza
fire
knife.
axe as his power.
Ooh, the fire axe. So let's talk about the axe.
He has a fire axe.
How do you use the axe? How's it different from projectiles that other characters in Dead by Daylight
Oh, he
use?
actually
so
has an
It's
axe.
a very unique. It's not gonna
Guys,
play
he
with
has an axe
any
that
other projectile killer that
that he throws.
We wanted to do something a little bit interesting with it. So if you throw the axe and it hits something in the environment, whether it's a missed shot or it's deliberate, it creates an AoE that lasts about 15 seconds.
Ooh.
And if a survivor walks through it,
Wait.
you get killer instinct on them for a short
This was leaked beforehand.
If you hit a survivor,
specifically remember this.
Kind of gets lodged in their back while you're chasing.
Kind of have an axe lodged in your back.
Just a
No
little
big
bit.
deal.
So they can remove it manually, or they can do it quicker.
Wow.
With an
Oh, guys, our fire axe idea.
As Springtrap,
Carried
you can
through.
also retrieve it yourself. If you get in close, you can skip kind of the steps of downing the survivor and picking them up. You get in close to a survivor that has the axe embedded in them. You click the button, you grab the axe and the survivor at the same time. You get a cool little jump scare. And then
That's
you carry
cool.
them on your shoulder.
Jump scare.
A couple of little notes. One of them is while you have your projectile available.
Wow,
you
look
move
at that.
4.4 meters per second.
That's
There he is.
crazy.
A glimpse of some jump scare.
It looks pretty different
But
though.
Once you've thrown
I
the
think it's
axe,
more the
you actually
torso
move to
area.
4.6
He doesn't have that
Ah.
button
second. It's something
or that
we've
like
never
lighter
really done base
chest
kit for a killer.
kind of area.
Makes for some really interesting.
He definitely kind of looks like
choices,
Springtrap in Dead by
meaning
Daylight though.
that, you have to recall the axe manually. It never comes back to you
To
automatically.
execute
You
them.
have to throw it out of the map because you can make a mistake. But yeah, as long as it's in the environment or in a survivor or whatever it is, you have to manually recall it.
So it lightens his load a little bit, makes him a bit faster.
Exactly.
Perfect. So that brings us to
Wow.
another unique part of his gameplay, and I think super iconic to Five Nights at Freddy's, the security office. So let's get into that.
Yeah. So it was really important for us to give the killer and the survivor a really kind of interesting shared experience in that space, which allowed us to
Axe
also
and a knife switchable is kind of
Some of
interesting.
the ways we came up with was to introduce a security office.
Pillar Chase reference, it does
which
sound
is
a lot
partly
like
trial
Pillar
of
Chase.
Springtrap as the killer. It's part
I
of his
only
power,
played that after the
but,
fact.
Axe is
I
kind of
made
a
like a video
transitionary
idea for
space.
Floop
So we
Loop.
have 7 doors that
He's streaming right now.
normally
You
are
probably
not
heard of him if you
chess
play,
boards.
Dead by Daylight
And
FNAF.
these can be used by survivors or killers to
Wait,
teleport around.
shut
the
up.
map.
Yeah, there be a door.
There it is. And survivors can also use them for surveillance. So as a survivor, you interact with the door. It brings up the camera view. You'll get the kind of iconic map view in the bottom right. Of
So
all
this is the camera
cameras.
system.
On the bottom left, you'll
I
see
think he
the
said
battery
killer can use
tower,
it
which we'll
too.
talk about in a second. You can see what's going on in the other doors. You can switch between doors. If you see something that, if it looks safe on the other end, you press the button. Your character goes into the security office, and then it's kind of like
Or X forward and
hands-off,
pick it up.
almost like
It
a
said it had an
theme park
AoE effect of
experience where
15
You
seconds.
see this first person.
Wonder if you could throw it at a
office,
gen,
which is really
kind of
cool.
just like
One
burst.
thing you mentioned, again, just in case we have new folks playing, regardless of what map you're playing on, this
Yes.
functionality, the security room will be there as long as Springtrap is the killer in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes
exactly.
sense.
And as a survivor,
When I was referencing
you
it,
haven't seen
I
Springtrap
thought that it was part of the map,
through a camera.
not
You
his
bring your
power.
camera
Of
in
course
and
it's his
for
power.
2
That makes more sense.
He'll be revealed for a little bit for the whole survivor team.
Nice. And what if Springtrap goes in at the same time as a survivor goes in at a different door and they meet?
Yeah, so since they can both use the doors in the security office,
Yeah.
we wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity for that interaction.
The doors
So
act
if
like a
survivor is
security
moving through
office.
that
That's
space
fun.
from one door to the other, and Springtrap, excuse me, chooses one of those 2 doors, whether the one they're coming from or the one they're going to, he'll interrupt them in the security office for a fun little surprise.
Ooh, awesome! I love all the little touches that the team has planted in there like that. I think the fans are really gonna love it, including this. You mentioned the battery. Managing the battery is part of this as well. So how's that work in DBD?
Yeah, so survivors share a universal battery. It's shared amongst all of them. It drains a little bit, kind of ticks down per second while you're using the cameras. we didn't want players to just be the man in the chair,
Battery.
just sitting there and telling all their friends. So it drains a little
Man in the
bit
chair.
using the teleporter to move around the map. Takes off a big old chunk in one shot, and then you
Guy
have to
talks
kind of manage
quiet.
that
I'm gonna
battery
turn it up a
usage.
little. Hopefully it
It
doesn't
slowly
jump scare.
recharges on its own over time, but you have to kind of manage when and where you're using it. If the battery does run out, the security system, which is kind of
AoE's Killer
the
Instinct?
cameras,
Oh.
the office, goes into shutdown mode for 45 seconds.
They said that, I missed it.
But Springtrap is not
that probably does make
affected by
sense.
the battery. So if the survivors have kind of overplayed their hand and they shut the security office down, they've kind of given up their one bit of power in this
Right.
chapter, and Springtrap can still use the doors and bounce around.
Oh,
and do whatever he
dangerous.
wants.
Dangerous. Fantastic. But what about disabling the doors?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah. So to go back to the axe, if the killer hits either a camera or a door, the whole
Ready for
thing,
Springtrap jump scare?
with their axe,
I have no jump scares
that
prepped.
door and the camera becomes unavailable to survivors. They can't use it to teleport away. They can't teleport to that door, and they can't see through the camera that's been disabled.
Oh.
When the killer retrieves it, that effect lingers a little bit. It becomes a really cool way of like, I need to scope this area out, but I don't want to be revealed or seen. You can disable the door, move around, use it to fake the survivors out.
Got it. But it's not permanent. The door can be used again after the axe has been retrieved. Cool.
Unless it's in shutdown, which means the survivors can't use it anyway.
Right. Cool. Okay. So speaking about
Interesting.
moving around the map, which
Yeah.
it sounds like we have a new exciting way to do that. One of the coolest things about the chapter, in fact, is the map. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is now
Our little map.
new map, a new level within Dead by Daylight for DBD fans, specifically in the Withered Isle realm. So what can you tell us about
Wither
the
Isle
map?
Realm is already
Yeah,
established
so the art team,
location.
and the level design team,
They
much
just
like me,
plopped
they did a
the
ton of
pizzeria in
research.
there.
And like, I don't say this just because we're doing the stream.
It does
here, but it's
sound pretty
becoming one of
good.
my favorite maps. I love it so much.
ability.
In the same way that we worked hard at kind of integrating a lot of opportunities for jump scares into the killer gameplay,
Just we'll have to see how it works.
their team really wanted to make sure that they did the same when it comes to things like Easter eggs and scares around the map. So it really pays off if you're kind of an exploratory player a little bit.
We'll be exploring.
So are there some areas that you want to shout out that Five Nights at Freddy's fans might recognize?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a lot. You'll see a lot of the small references and stuff, but obviously we've recreated a lot of kind of the iconic areas from the game. But we're also
Withered
letting you
Isle.
exit the pizzeria to
It's called
explore
that,
the
not because of
inside
FNAF.
a little bit, which is really cool. And we wanted to kind of add a little bit more space to allow for more dynamic chases and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for the rooms, we've got the lobby, we've got the dining hall, of course, with the full animatronic band on stage. It's very cool. And we have the arcade, which is, it's all very kind of
That's not the
creepily
arcade?
decorated like a birthday
That's parts and
party.
service?
And we have areas like the kitchen and even the mechanical room, which is
So
cool.
parts and service.
And
Mechanical
there you
room.
go.
One's
yeah.
right there too.
yeah, so altogether, this should kind of feel like
Yeah.
I guess a formerly working
Yes.
pizzeria. And, of course, since it's Dead by Daylight, the entity's weird pustules and deformations are everywhere to remind you exactly of where you still are. And
You're
where
making a
stuck.
judgment call on those pustules there, Jay.
The weird stuff is
But if
part
you're
of the
a
map.
fan-
That was also
Five Nights at
something that I
Freddy's
didn't
fan,
recognize.
I think you're
immediately.
really going to love
It's
the
in
map.
other Withered
They've
Isle
done a lot
realms.
of really cool
So
work.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Withered Isle is a realm,
And
so
it looks
it's in that
really
one.
good too. The art team did knock it out of the park.
It looks a lot like the
But
chair
also
from the
with
movie.
Springtrap wandering around, it's like a
like-
terror. And I think for Five Nights at Freddy's fans,
Freddy Faz chair.
you're going to be in familiar territory.
It looks like a weird mix of a
so
FNAF movie.
one other nice thing that
endoskeleton.
we did mention on the
Something
PAX
else.
broadcast, but I do want to mention it again, we're going to have a separate queue for this map specifically, which means you want to go to the game and you just want to check out the map. Normally, in the past, you'd be in the general
curious about
rotation of
this.
maps and all
How
that.
does this work?
Now
Yeah.
you can go straight in just to the pizzeria without having to hope that you get there. So it's going to be its own queue when you join the game.
Yeah, and that's a feature that's
just
going
gonna be
with any chapter
the
of
map.
new map.
So, like-
we'll have a unique queue for that new map.
I mean, that
which
makes
is really
sense.
cool.
Perfect.
I thought it would be like just a
Okay,
solo exploring.
how about some last tips
thing.
for
Yep.
survivors and
It
for
just seems like a
killer
normal
players?
queue.
Yeah, so for the killer, as Springtrap, get used to the arc of the projectile. As I said, it's super unique compared
Arc.
to other projectile killers.
You mean the
We've
arch?
done something that really allows you to kind of pull off some pretty gnarly trick shots. We've seen some really interesting ones on our internal playtest. It's been super fun. So test that out. Get
Sounds
used
pretty
to it,
fun.
And take advantage of the jump scares.
Projectile killers
Especially
are
if you're
pretty
playing with
cool.
your friends, hearing them shout in your ear.
Queue's gonna be like
Always a
20
good
hours.
time.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But for survivors,
Think about the normal queue though.
take advantage of
When it comes out,
the
nobody's gonna be
cameras, of
playing
course.
the game normally.
It may seem a little unsafe because you can be interrupted or whatever, but they're really valuable tools if you get used to them and you use it to reveal the killer and kind of scoping out the area. You'll get more of an advantage out of them than I think you realize at first.
Heck
But yeah.
Well, Jay, thank you so much, as
Thank you.
always, for joining us on the couch with your wonderful work and the fun stuff that you've planted in there. Soon enough, people will get to play around with it. I know you're going to be glued to your Twitch screen so you can watch people play it and test it out. Thank you so much for joining us. The show must roll on. So next, we're going to bring on our friend Justin Banks to fill you in on DBD's anniversary event. That's right around
noon. Should be. EST. Noon EST. Oh, they cut him off. Okay, so now they're showing anniversary stuff. This is also kind of loud too. Not as loud as the other one, but yeah. So that's interesting. So he has he has a pizza knife as his main weapon, which I assume is nothing special. And then he has a fire axe projectile switch? I don't know. If you watched Floop Loop's Springtrap Dead by Daylight concept video, I was in it. I was the first person, and I know people badmouthed me because I said, I kind of went off of what leaks were talking about at the time, which was a throwable fire axe ability, which I didn't know at the time. But that is what Pillar Chase 2, which is a Roblox Dead by Daylight akin game, is. That's his like secondary, or he carries a fire axe and he throws it, and it's more of like a big fire axe that he you have to manually pick it up after you throw it, which seems to be the case here. Which is interesting. I wonder if they took inspiration from that or not. Yeah, no Vanny. We might see some cosmetics.
So
I'd be very surprised if we don't.
My throat. I died. But one of the best things for Dead by Daylight that makes me really excited around this time of year is that there's always something to celebrate. And this year is no different. Because not only
Springtrap's gonna have some anniversary
welcoming in
cosmetics.
Five Nights at Freddy's to the Fog, but also our anniversary event is right around the corner. So what better way to party and welcome back the anniversary event?
I guess we'll
and
see.
Get ourselves nice and warm by the fire than with Justin Banks.
Thank you, Dork. I'm really happy to be back with
Clown, Toxic, and Glitchtrap skins got confirmed.
It's another Masquerade, another year where they dust me off, take me out of the locker.
Really? Wait, Clown,
and get me to
Springtrap?
talk to you guys about what is happening.
You're not
to this
joking.
year's Masquerade.
Better not play with me.
And I'm super excited.
I would
to hear how
love
we're gonna
Clown
be
Springtrap.
partying it up in this year's anniversary event.
Yeah, so there's
I can't look
lots
at
of stuff
Twitter.
going on, and
Not
it's
yet.
a special one because, as I think you saw by the title just before, after 4 years,
Things do get
this
leaked
is
like
gonna be
right
our
after these
final
anniversary events, though.
Masquerade. We have lots of laughs.
I will see
lots
if
of fun, and the response to
PTB
all
is
the
downloadable, though.
gameplay, the cosmetics, the
Sometimes they do it
aesthetics
early.
have all been incredible since we got this party started. So our final Masquerade event is actually going to start in about a month and run from June 25th to July 16th. While we're sad to see it go, I mean, it was a really, really fun theme that we worked on internally. We've had a gas working on it every single year.
Just did a quick glance.
We're going to close out with one last.
Oh, it's from
big
IGN?
block before moving on to something
Might be right.
completely brand new for our 10th anniversary next year. So I don't want to hype.
They did leak out stuff
but
before.
Come back a year
They always
from
do it.
now,
They
and
did The
we're gonna
Witcher,
have
and they
something
did
really special for you.
the map for Dead
I'm
by
really
Daylight.
excited to see what we come up with.
The FNAF
But
map.
also when in terms of actual gameplay, when we're
Oh,
talking
dude.
about the return
Clown.
of Twisted Metal.
Glitchtrap and Toxic
Is it
Springtrap.
true that the team decided
Cool.
to work on fine-tuning
This
what
movie.
we've currently got?
My
instead of
Roblox
adding
username I think
things
is
to the
Lotta Dots.
whole
Yeah,
shebang?
it's the same one.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a few things that we're doing to really
play occasionally.
focus on the quality of life of the game overall. So you've seen all of you guys out there. I don't even know which camera I'm looking at. That one. All of you guys out there, you've all seen how we are pushing for quality of life.
There's
We want to make sure that it's
image
the
that the
game
thing on the tape-
that,
On the
you know, it's
on the
game
table
you
is an
guys
axe.
deserve. You've stuck with us for such a long time. We're fixing long-standing bugs. We're
They show the table. I'll look at it again. I did not notice.
And
Also,
we
Freddy
want that to
Fazbear
translate
shirts for
to
some
how we do our
survivors?
events as
What?
well. So we made the decision to focus a lot
That's
of our
cool.
resources
I
on that
assume
quality
something,
of
right?
life. and less so on adding to new gameplay
I wonder if they'll be like
features
different.
for this final
Does everybody
Twisted
just have a
Masquerade event.
image with
Okay,
Freddy on
so
it?
In terms of that, then, what can players expect to see returning to the fog with this Twisted Masquerade?
So returning, well, I can just summarize by saying all the really cool stuff that we've done before. Again, it's fun to work on this stuff
It is
year after
cool.
year. So what we have coming back are the invitation powers that are super fun.
I don't wanna
that
look
you
at this
collect as
IGN article.
Survivor or killer, and you'll have different powers to use their charges for as the match goes on. We are bringing back the
see what you
bag
mean.
of tricks that we introduced last year, which creates a random effect on the match. You know,
I see where you
happens
got it.
based on the progression
Very rare
of
clown
complete
Springtrap,
generators
toxic Springtrap,
accumulated with whatever
legendary
stages
glitch
are
trap,
at to really keep things dynamic.
Freddy
and keep
Fazbear
it moving.
T-shirts for the survivors.
We're also bringing back Father
Oh,
Campbell's
legendary
chapel,
glitch trap.
decorated.
Definitely have some different
for
animations
the
then.
entire party, and you know it's still all the same.
Wonder what the Freddy
decorations as
Fazbear
last
shirts look
year,
like.
You know, but we're signaling the party's coming to an
They're gonna
end
tease
over
us with
there.
these cosmetics and not have us in the
And
PTV. Come on.
We'll even have a little
on
bit
now.
of Five Nights at Freddy's theming showing up in our anniversary lobby.
Okay, I love.
I
The
did
fact
see
that the lobby is
balloons.
gonna be like a
There were,
party
like,
in more ways
Freddy
than one.
Fazbear balloons
Plus
in the
all bunch of
background of
new
the
content.
lobby,
I mean,
right?
what's not to love there? I cannot wait to get my hands on my invitation just to cause ruckus. So when you're talking about the quality of life, though, are the players going to be able to experience that in the gameplay with Twisted Masquerade this year?
Absolutely. So when we were looking at how quality of life applies to, let's say, the game as a whole, we're saying, well, there are some elements of events that could work better for a better player experience. So while by and large everything from the event was really well received, we know people enjoy the invitation powers, the bag of tricks, etc. There was one big friction point from last year that we wanted to fix, which was the remote hook power for the invitations. So we've tweaked that a little bit just to apply some
Remote
quality of
hook.
life to this event itself.
Did I play the
to
last
make sure
anniversary
that
event? I don't
as
know.
a killer's using it, it's no longer
To
instant.
the pit skin? Sounds like they're holding off on that right now.
Goes there.
Okay.
We'll see
Now
though.
what will happen is the survivor has to look at a hook, they'll hold a button for a period of time, and then the survivor will be teleported. And it will also be obvious that the killer is doing this, so the survivors have time for
Oh.
their counterplay to make them drop their partner. So
Okay.
we're really hoping that
They do it
creates
as in
some
like the
more friendly
forget.
gameplay.
It's like a
you know, some
different
less
world,
abusive
right,
elements, and
from
just
the
an
map.
overall much better party for everyone to play through.
It's going to be great. I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
anniversary events have
So,
been a little weird.
In addition to that, last year we pulled back the curtain on our host of the anniversary that we've shown around in quite a few assets. We showed off last year in a lot of ways. Our darling Trix. So since this is the last Masquerade, her presence is
It's the
gonna be
girl.
a little less felt, so you won't hear her or see her as often. And then she'll just be with the Masquerade fading away into the fog, you could say.
Oh, that's really sad that we're going to see her fading away, but I understand. At least we get to enjoy her while we still have her.
Yep.
So
They're
with
getting
this
rid of
being the
her?
last hurrah, what
I
does
thought
this
people liked
mean
that.
for the Twisted Masquerade
Why would they do that?
clothes and outfits?
Is that what they mean?
So this is probably one of my favorite parts to talk about because when
Huh.
we see these
That's weird.
concepts every year, it's amazing. These are so creative and fun to work on. So we wanted to use our final Twisted Masquerade as a way to catch up on all original characters who did not previously have a mask or outfit.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So what you would see here is that we are adding masks for any survivors that are originals
Okay.
that did not previously have a mask.
And
So we've got
license.
one for
Please.
Vittorio,
Please,
Jake,
please, please.
Tori, Sable,
no
Claudette,
Quinn
and
ones.
Orella.
I can dream.
And then on the killer side, we only had one that's missing a mask, so we have a mask for Houndmaster. And then what we have to supplement
I
that
see.
to keep 6 collectible pieces per roll.
They showed the weapons a little
is
early.
5 killer anniversary weapons.
I was kind of
that
hoping
look
Springtrap, but I
amazing.
don't see it.
So for that, we've got one for Trapper, Nurse, Huntress.
Wow, these
Doctor,
look
and
really cool
Spirit.
though.
I cannot wait to get my hands on that spirit one.
Yeah, oh my god, they all look so damn good.
It's so good.
And we've not left out 2 other characters because those are going to get the fully earnable outfits
Okay.
from the event.
Thank
So
you,
we've got
Luma.
David King and the Wraith. So fully decked out, ready to
Nice.
celebrate the
Ah.
party. So with that,
David
we're
looks pretty
catching
cool.
up on all of our original characters, making sure that everyone is able to dress for
Wraith
the
looks
party
cool too.
for our final Masquerade.
I
That
gotta
is
include both.
really cool.
It's super cool.
And one thing that we've
Those are gonna be
started
free.
to do over the
That's
past few
nice.
years is introduce what I'm calling guests to the party.
Okay.
So some licensed characters who are getting
Ooh.
outfits.
Springtrap,
Now, I don't want to
please.
spoil anything, so stay
Come on.
tuned for Hollis's section after, as he shows you who is guest starring at the party.
Okay.
Oh
And
my.
hopefully they've rolled a nat 20 on style.
Oh, maybe a spoiler there.
Oh, it's gonna be D&D.
Okay, so I know a lot of people are going to be thinking about this, myself included. I'm very curious.
You think they're about to go clubbing?
When it comes
Yeah.
to the time-limited Twisted Masquerade collection and the items, what happens?
So, as we've done for events and event collections in the past, like this one, we have it only available during the period of the event, and then when the event happens again next year, all of the previous iterations come back in the
Yeah.
store. Since
True.
this is the last Masquerade, what we're doing is going to be a little different. We have to adapt because we don't want these to fade away forever. So we are tentatively planning for these to come back in the store permanently at a certain point in the future, but I can't give specifics exactly when that is going to be.
Okay.
So when this Masquerade ends, everything will disappear.
Isn't the most exciting
And
news?
when we know when they are coming back, we are certainly going to be communicating on it.
Wonder what the
players
next
will be
anniversary is
aware
gonna be
and they know
then.
when they can come back.
Well,
and
like themed around.
get any masks they missed, or if they joined us later,
I don't
come
know.
in and
They've done
pick
this
them up then.
Masquerade event
It's
for a
gonna be
while.
awesome, especially because like this time of year anniversary is like a huge thing for our community. So this is
Did the
huge
crowns,
win, I know.
and they gave up on that, and then
but
did the
also,
Masquerade.
Aren't we doing something else
I don't
to
think
make
what
this
year
a
it
little
was.
bit
Like
more
6th year?
special?
Absolutely. So I was
don't
talking
know.
about how we want to make sure all of our originals have masks or outfits to celebrate the party.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make sure that all of our players have access to all of these originals too to celebrate with. So what we're doing is we're putting all of our original
Wraith and the
characters
Nurse are in
on
love. Yeah,
free trial
something with like
for
one of the
entire
cosmetics,
duration of the
right?
event. So if there's a
Interesting
survivor, a killer
little
that
lore
you've not
tidbit.
ever played before, you've been interested about, pick them up, play them in the normal queue, play them in the event queue, really go nuts. And then if you actually want to keep them, we're going to have some really sick sales going on. So, get them
Yeah,
at
they have a
really
lot of
nice
sales
price
on the
and
anniversary.
keep celebrating with them.
Well, that's awesome, Justin. Thank you so
Just
much.
don't
for
spend your
giving
money
us
just
a full
yet.
Rundown on the anniversary event and the Twisted Masquerade. It's so sad to hear that it's going to be going soon, but we're going to keep it together.
It's going to go out with a bang.
At least we have that, right? At least we have that. All right, so
The
next
bang.
up, joining me on the couch is going to be a new face to the stream. So please join me in the chat with a warm welcome.
just
for
turn the volume
Hollis,
down in
who's gonna
advance.
be giving us a full rundown on the latest collections.
Don't
that
blare
are rolling
music.
into the fog.
Yeah, I'm always good. I'm always good at it. I think they'll show the cosmetics. There's no way IGN would tell something like that and be like something like it. I don't know. I think they'll show it. Which, to be fair, Clown Springtrap, Toxic Springtrap, Glitch Trap. I feel like I can get a good idea of what those look like. But I wonder, because if Glitch Trap's legendary, he's got to hold, like, I feel like he'll have a different weapon than just a normal kitchen knife. And, Clown Springtrap has this, like, big hammer thing or whatever he carries around, so. Hello, Mr. Muffin. Oh, man. I also want to see the Freddy Fazbear shirts.
Okay, it is
Turn it back up.
upcoming collections time. And
I'm
you
too
know
good
I
at
love
this.
talking about collections.
I'm too good
and
at this.
Here with me to talk about them is a new phase, our senior live specialist,
I win.
operations specialist, Hollis, to give us the full rundown.
Which
on
was
everything
revealed?
that's gonna be
There was an
coming to
IGN
the live
article
game store in the next
that
couple
got
of
shown a
months.
little
So
early.
welcome to the stream.
Thank you.
So,
Around
Hollis,
a
how about you
few
go ahead
minutes
and give us
ago.
a rundown about your role real quick.
Yeah. So my day-to-day consists mostly of scheduling and setting things up.
And
for
it
the
says
in-game
Glitch
store.
Trap,
So stuff
Toxic
you see, like, the
Springtrap, and
collection
Clown
banners,
Springtrap.
featured outfits, the bundles,
Are gonna be skins
the
for 'em.
gifts, sales, stuff like that.
Take it with a grain of
I've
salt.
also worked on a few of the
but
collections you guys may have
I
seen in the
feel
store.
like
So,
IGN wouldn't
Autumn
tell
Fashion,
something like this.
Chrysalis, Noir, Horrors from the Deep, and the Forgotten Myth collection. And on that note, speaking of
Be hilarious.
content
Clown
creation,
Springtrap made a
we're
cartoon
moving
bonk
further in that
sound.
direction, as I'll be the person heading up charms and player cards going forward.
Okay.
Did I miss the FNAF part?
So
They showed
player
it
cards,
at the
that was
very start of the
actually
stream.
One thing we missed to talk about in our last segment, I was just
They just kind of revealed his
Justin,
power. Didn't go
where we're
into
gonna have
specifics.
badges and
Well,
banners
they went
coming
into,
in as other
specifics
things
with his
in advance.
power
I'm super
and stuff.
excited.
But they didn't show
But
any
also,
perks
thank
yet.
you for the Chrysalis
interesting.
collection. Oh my god, I'm a huge Chrysalis fan. But with all of that said,
It's the new
like
skins,
I said,
by the
I
way.
just sat down with Justin and they gave us a full rundown about the Twisted Masquerade when it comes to in-game earnables. But what can you tell us about what's going to happen store side?
Yeah, so just mentioned we have some really cool exclusive event rewards. We also have some exclusive store rewards for Twisted Masquerade.
Okay.
This time around, we have some outfits for the Lich, Vecna, Wearing his
Oh.
Masquerade Lich outfit.
Dang, that looks
as well
cool.
as Baymar, who is wearing his Masquerade musician outfit. And man, I wish I could grow a mustache like that.
It's magnificent.
Oh, it's beautiful. Plus, as always, all the masks and outfits from previous years will also be returning to the store. You'll even be able to find a few select masks in bundles for Killer and Survivor. And for anyone who may have missed Twisted Masquerade last year, we'll also have a bundle with rewards from that. So the Unknown outfit, the player cards, and the charms. And all
Yeah,
that will be
yeah, we
available in
get
the
it.
store on June 25th with the start of the event.
Okay, so is there going to be
That looks
any,
cool.
like fantastic sales happening as well?
Got a lot of
Might be.
jewelry.
So we're going to be doing 30% off almost everything in the store for outfits released before the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter.
Okay.
On top of that, we'll be
Oh,
doing
come on.
25 to 50% off almost all the characters. And as Justin mentioned, if you find a character you like during the free trials, it's a great time to pick them up and add them to your roster.
Okay. All right. So and
To your
as-
roster.
Obviously, we kind of touched on it. Brace yourself. This is a bit emotional. But after this, the party will be over. It'll be our. I
This
know,
is so
I know, I
much.
know, I know, I know. Let's
Hey, we
keep it
get
together.
it.
Don't leave
It's
me.
over.
Let's keep it together. But we're gonna be okay because before we close the curtain, we've got other things happening right before, right?
That's correct. On June 17th, we have our highly anticipated Five Nights at Freddy's chapter releasing,
Mhm.
along with it, the Five Nights at Freddy's collection. Now,
Ah.
as you know, Dave and Matt
They'll
already
show us some
revealed
stuff.
one of the outfits at PAX, but we got a few more to show off today that no one's seen quite yet.
Okay.
I heard
if
about
you
it.
missed PAX, first of all, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh,
Second
it's
of all,
Matthew
we saw that we
Lillard.
revealed our Yellow Rabbit legendary
I mean,
outfit
it's,
for the Killer
William Afton.
Springtrap. This is an incredible outfit from the Five Nights at
Duh.
Freddy's movie that features the likeness of Matthew Lillard, who played
Wowie.
William Afton on screen before the Spring Lock
Ooh.
turns him into Springtrap.
Showing us
Now,
some
this outfit
stuff.
has
He
original
looks really
voiceover
good
from
there.
Matthew Lillard that was recorded just for Dead by Daylight, as well as some special voiceover and animations in the lobby.
Okay, I cannot wait to get my hands on that. But are there going to be other versions of Springtrap
Hi,
coming
Springtrap.
into the fog as well?
There is. We also have a Glitch Trap, a legendary outfit for Springtrap. Now, Glitch Trap.
Oh, look at that.
And its sequel, Help Wanted 2, where he played a very crucial role in the story. So it's amazing to have him as part of this collection. And as an added bonus,
I hope wanted to.
both legendary outfits. When you
didn't
unlock
play
them,
that
you'll
big of a
receive
role in that
portrait badge of those characters as well. So a Glitch Trap portrait badge for Glitch Trap, and a Yellow Rabbit portrait with Matthew Lillard's likeness when you buy that as well. We also have two
Oh.
very rare outfits for Springtrap, which are
Get a
both taken from
badge and
Freddy's
banner?
Special Delivery, the mobile AR game,
Are they?
which are Clown Springtrap
Okay.
and Toxic Springtrap.
Wow.
Clown Springtrap is pulled pretty much straight from the game,
Wow.
just like fans will remember him. But we put
Okay,
our own
can they,
twist
like,
on Toxic
Whoever
Springtrap,
is
so
doing the
it's not-
slideshows needs to
but that's not all.
show the
For
skins a
moderator
little.
Who want to show their love for FNAF? There will be Freddy Fazbear's T-shirts available for all original survivors.
Oh wow,
You can buy them individually or bundled together.
that looks pretty cool.
That's going to be great. I mean, I love like the shirts
Okay,
especially because
I'm going back to Clown Springtrap because they barely showed it.
Now, AR game.
Here's Glitch Trap.
or Clown Springtrap.
Here's Clown Springtrap. It seems like he has some sort of like knife akin to what it is, but you know, yeah. I mean, he looks pretty similar. He's
And
a lot
Toxic
bigger in
Springtrap.
FNAF AR.
Now,
Then Toxic Springtrap's got this like fleshy stuff going on. I guess this is like, you know, William Afton or, you know.
Clown Springtrap
course.
is pulled pretty much straight from
Looks
I'm
so
going back.
good.
on this outfit.
Of that-
Now I want to look at these.
Or
So I guess every original Survivor is going to have these default t-shirts, which is cool. Probably not the licensed ones.
bundled together, escaping her
Interesting.
shorts and skirt purgatory that she was in for a bit there. And
Go back.
Toxic Spring-
I want to look a little more at
So
Glitch
it's
Trap.
amazing to have
But, the knife looks kind of the same, if I'm not mistaken. He looks pretty good though. He's got this like weird purple light on his eyes. I don't know if that's just like a light here or not, but it's there.
when you walk into-
Looks
right
pretty
at the start
good.
of Summer.
I cannot wait. Obviously, I'm very excited for pants.
Pants.
Pants. But with that,
Pants.
I mean, especially because like with the pants, I get to be nice and comfortable while I'm hanging on the hook. I mean, I'm gonna be there anyway, so I might
Just
as
adding
well
jeans
be
for people. Is that what they said?
right?
It'd also be awkward if you were on the hook with no pants.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad, Hollis.
Your prediction
but
came true,
I would
Clown.
also want
Hey,
the killers to be nice and
I wanted
comfortable
Clown,
as
too.
well while they're slaying and putting people on hooks. Which
can't
is
believe
gonna
it.
be Why we're bringing
He's
out
real.
the Boulay Brothers collection, which will be joining the Fog on July 8th. Coming in with a very rare for the Huntress and a legendary for the Artist.
That's right. And since the artist outfit
Oh, yeah, they
is
showed
a
this off
legendary
last
outfit
time.
inspired by the Boulay Brothers themselves, buying that one will get you an exclusive Boulay
I wonder
Brothers
when-
portrait badge.
those are coming out.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited to get my hands on that.
Sneak preview.
Clown Springtrap has one of the saws they use for cutting people in half trick. Oh, it kind of does look like that.
Favorite returning.
To me, it looked like they just kind of like cut
That
the
was right. The Waterfront Massacre Collection
Yeah.
is back.
what is it? The
And for anyone
pizza
who doesn't know
knife
what the
that they
Waterfront
said.
Collection is basically Day at the Beach.
Not gonna lie, OG
gone
and Toxic are my
terribly,
favorite
horribly
Springtraps
wrong for
out of
our
those that have been
characters.
shown.
This time around, we have outfits
Actually,
for
Springtrap
Ellie,
does look pretty
Morella,
cool.
Ace, and the Xenomorph.
I mean, the OG
So
look, you
Ellie
know.
and Morella are both
That's
given
Springtrap.
Some sun and nice beach where we thought each of them would enjoy. And then
Meant to be American Horror
there's
Story.
Ace, who is doing the
The
same,
skins
but
before, yeah,
in a
no,
more
they definitely did.
classic Ace fashion, and his outfit is something special.
It's very special.
He's rocking a leopard print speedo and what seems to be a very short robe. And
I want to see Prestige Springtrap, which is good because you will be able to get to see it.
Match. So you can go ahead and
Those straps built like Matthew Lillard, who's featured in the movie. It's interesting. If I'm correct, they talked about him being in Help Wanted too, which I think is funny.
Finally, we worked closely
I
with
mean, he
20th
is.
Century
That's
Games
true.
on our take of an aquatic xenomorph. It's inspired by kind of
Whoa.
an look, and we're really happy with how it turned
Wow,
out. It's
that looks
very
really
creepy,
cool.
Very cool, and honestly, would not want to run with that while swimming.
I mean, they
Yeah,
can really like,
absolutely not.
they could
You
like
can
just
expect
do
the
whatever for
Waterfront
Xenomorph. Wow.
Master Collection, as well as Ace's Speedo, to be available in the store on July 16th.
I already know a very distinct group of people that were playing nothing but Ace Visconti during 2v8.
So the second I find out Springtrap has been added, I will buy Dead by Daylight within a
Hell, that's
second.
me.
Oh, well,
So these collections we have
June
Pants Gang and
17th.
No
All right,
Pants
Is
Gang.
that's what they said.
Oh my gosh, choose your sides.
It'll be available.
But thank you so
You
much
can buy
for
'em.
joining me on the couch to talk
Looks
about
like a
all the
kaiju,
latest
yeah.
collections that'll be coming in
Xeno skin
VOD.
looks crazy.
I'm super excited, and it was great to have you, Hollis.
Oh, thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
It was so much fun. So
We got about
next, I'm
10
gonna be on the
minutes before
couch here
PTB
with Eric
becomes
for all of our
downloadable.
Dead by Daylight creators out there to talk about the creator program.
Map
So
with a
stay
resort and
tuned.
beach. I've always wanted that. Creator program. And wait. I'm feeling like I should switch my headset for now. I'm hoping the audio isn't muffled. Yeah, I'm not gonna switch it yet. I'm using AirPods right now, and their battery life is weird. But we'll see. See how long this lasts. Xenomorph Queen, yeah. Something from Metroid. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it looks like a. Doesn't really look like a Ripley, but. Creator program guides. When my creator code comes out for Dead by Daylight, that's not happening. Use my creator code when you buy all the Springtrap cosmetics.
How about them pants?
If there was no sound effect, that
All
would be
right,
so
all
funny.
right.
Yeah.
Cut it
New
out.
stream capabilities, the
Cut it out.
technology is amazing. Just a quick note, I did see people, they thirsting for whatever the Hattie cosmetic is. We just didn't have an image for it, I'm sorry. So please just stay tuned a little longer.
Oh,
It's
did
great.
they said a hate?
All right,
hate
now
me
we're going
outfit?
to talk about the creator program. So, at PAX a few weeks ago,
Come on,
as we
yeah.
said a couple times,
Gotta
we
show
did a
it.
stream there. We did mention there's a new creator program on the horizon with more details on the next stream, which is this stream. So let's do that. It's today, so we've got more details. to
Yeah,
share.
I saw
So,
that. The choose your own
Current
chapter.
creator program, as
That sounds
you
cool.
probably know, is called the
It seems
Fog
like they're doing it in a way
Whisperers.
that makes sense.
They're an amazing group of people that I've gotten to meet a bunch of now. Very thankful.
It was at the
for
end of the
that.
anniversary stream. I just like
Awesome
went to the FNAF stuff
content
instantly.
creators on all things Dead by Daylight, and it's while many of those relationships are going to continue for sure, it's also time that we're going to open the door to new folks. This is something we've heard a lot of. How can I?
Are there any
get
types of
into the
maps you would want?
program? So
I
that's
always
what I'm gonna
thought
start doing. So
like
for
a
starters,
shopping
we're
mall
actually
would be
gonna
cool.
retire the name Fog Whisperers, so that crew remains in the stratosphere as the Fog Whisperer Pantheon, and we're rebranding it as the Dead by Daylight Creator Program.
Springtrap's the only reason I'm going to
Yes.
play Dead by Daylight a lot more. Yeah,
Don't
it seems
worry,
like
for anyone
you are not alone in that
most
assessment.
Fog Whisperers
I'm
are
probably
still
gonna play a lot
staying
because
on
of
with us
Springtrap
as
too.
pillars of our new creator group. So
Michael
do
often a
not
playable
worry
character
about
anyway?
that.
No.
And on top of the new name,
He had no
actually, the
mention
goal
here.
Of our creator program is
There's
to
no
make
survivor
turning
in the
Dead by
chapter, it's just
Daylight
Springtrap.
even easier and better for the creators involved. We're expanding the benefits attached to working with us, and we'll be welcoming an even wider range of personalities and content focused on the game.
Goosebumps
So
chapter?
if you're a creator and you've always wanted
think,
to work with Dead by Daylight, now is the
I
time
always
to
forget the
make that
puppet
happen.
guy's name, but
Yes. So
I don't know, I mean,
some benefits that we're being explicit
that guy
about
could sort of work.
mentioned
Maybe.
include opportunities like access to live events, like PAX.
I forget his name.
Giveaways for your community.
I used to
new
love the
ways
like
to engage
haunted
with the
mask
game, like
story.
getting,
I remember reading
getting
that as like a
updates on
kid so
major
much.
releases before anyone else gets those updates. Early access opportunities to stream and capture content, and even be featured in our content, like on streams like today. So we're going to be testing out something other than that, which is really cool because I get to work directly on
streams
it
an
called
hour
Support
30.
a Creator program. It's a program within a program, I suppose. But your Support a Creator has become kind of a industry standard thing you might be familiar with. It's a
Slappy,
chance
that's his name,
for
yeah, you're right.
You as the community,
already have a possessed toy,
streamer or
yeah.
YouTuber or whatever, to support.
I feel like though the fact that Chucky could work,
your
you
purchases
know,
in the game.
it could make
You don't
it could
need to
make
pay
something
any
happen.
extra, but you put in their creator code, and they get a cut of the Oryx cells.
Honestly, like
that
that's
you're buying
got to be the most
in
iconic part
so
of
we're gonna do a little
Goosebumps.
pilot of that, see how it goes. If it goes well, we do hope to roll it out wider and larger. Oh yes, it wouldn't be a creator subject.
TV
without
show version of Slappy was
talk about
terrifying.
Twitch
I remember that.
Ooh, Twitch shirts.
Oh my God.
I wake up in the middle of the night thinking of Twitch shirts.
They give me Twitch shirts.
Hot
I'm not on
sweats.
Twitch,
That's just
but
me anyway.
I can still have it.
Okay,
Right,
so
guys?
Twitch
Right?
shirts.
Right?
Twitch shirts has become a big thing, as you know.
Can I have one?
It was never meant to become a big thing, but also wasn't well defined. How do I get them? Why does that person get them and I don't get them? And I think those are totally fair questions. And
Yeah, why-
actually, we
why
wanted
don't I
to
have
tie
one?
it to the
I don't even
launch
stream
of
on
this new
Twitch. I
creator
need one.
program, so it was very clear. Here's the guidelines to get into the creator program. You get into the creator program, you get a Twitch shirt. So that's the new way of getting the Twitch shirts. The old
Chucky kind of is in his human form.
randomly,
I don't know.
method
Yeah,
has,
because Chucky
has been retired
works like that
for now,
because
at least.
he has a human
So
form.
if you get into the new creator
Slappy
program,
doesn't.
you will be rewarded.
Maybe
with a lot
Chucky
of
could be
things,
like
but
his
also
height
a
in the
Twitch
movies.
shirt.
Some other ghosts.
So
Yeah.
I think there's
Oh
a
yeah.
note on that.
Maybe
So
like
we're gonna
another
be
monster
granting
like picks him
upcoming
up.
Twitch shirts for our
like a ghost or
next
something.
original survivor to the creator program folks, and anyone who already has Twitch shirts, you get to hold on to the ones you have, but we won't continue to build your Twitch shirt collection. You got to get into the creator program.
Yes, so if you're interested in adding your voice to our community of creators, our new Dead by Daylight Creator Program website is now live, where you can go ahead and read the code of conduct and find out how you can go ahead and fill the form to apply
Yeah, Charles Lee
and
Ray.
get yourself
That's his
submitted
name.
into the program. So the link should already be pinned in chat.
Yep, and our creator team, which is kind of a sister team to our team. It's not.
Guys,
us.
I'll fill it
They're gonna
out.
be at
I'll fill it out. I'll be a
TwitchCon
big Dead by Daylight streamer from now on. I'll stream on Twitch all the
from May
time.
31st to June 1st in Rotterdam. So you can go chat with them in
Slappy
person.
could just
get
use,
more
yeah,
details, make sure,
Goosebumps.
you know,
Goosebumps.
that they become
Goosebumps
aware of
monsters,
you.
yeah.
What does
It
that
works.
mean?
Honestly,
You're so
like,
weird. Thank you.
I know it won't happen, but him as a
I'm
skin
just
for
learning
Chucky
English.
could probably work pretty well.
But also a really cool thing we're doing at that TwitchCon is sponsoring the Horror Games Community Meetup. We attended it last year at TwitchCon North America. It was super dope. I got to go and meet a bunch of you cool creators. But now it's
not talking about
sponsored
me.
by Dead by
I didn't
Daylight,
go.
which is kind of fitting, so you can go and enjoy that and meet some of the team there. Okay, enough about creators. Let's answer some questions from the community. Let's do a Q&A. Nope, sorry. One more thing we're going to do. We're going to talk about the
I'll actually
stats
save the
tracker I
creator
mentioned
program
at the top
thing.
of the show.
I'll
Yes,
try.
The stats.
Right? Right?
It's a live stream,
Goosebumps.
folks. It's a live stream.
Going insane.
In
Goosebumps.
a couple of weeks, we're going to be debuting
Goosebumps.
a new feature that you guys have been asking for a long time.
I'll be a
which is
Springtrap
the
main.
Official Dead by Daylight
Sounds pretty
stats
fun.
tracker. So for anyone who knows the game, a lot
5 minutes before
of
PTB.
of trial, you can boon a totem, get hooked. You could get a power
I'm not sure if they're gonna,
stun, get hooked. You know,
drop any more reveals here.
Including getting
Guess
hooked.
we'll see.
Yeah, especially. So players have always wanted to know more information.
I feel like
about
Poppy
their
Playtime
matches,
could
and
definitely
this
fit in
website
this
is going
game.
to be the key to getting you that information.
And what I should have done at the start of this, Emil.
Although I
get
feel
ready,
like it
I
would
should
be
have said
Huggy Wuggy,
Stats
right?
tracker and then air horn. So
I don't know.
Stats tracker.
guess- We'll see. I know they said that they were branching out a bit
Yes.
to do
We're in the
collaborations, right?
21st
Some with like
century.
Fortnite.
Stats are being tracked as far back as September 1st, 2020.
Stats tracker's cool,
That's
yeah.
just a limitation on the data that we have. So we're going back to September 1st, 2020. So you'll be able to see your own
2020.
personal journey in Dead by Daylight. A random person just walked into the room, and all your milestones.
I know there's already like
over that
third-party
time.
websites you can use, but
The team has been
it's our little sketch.
The team has been looking at it, actually approaching it like a fitness app, which I think is a cool approach for killers and survivors, which I think would keep you fit.
Is it gonna be an
Absolutely
app?
One of those things.
Well, I mean, survivors run all the time.
Yes.
Probably not.
So
be
it
a
should be a
website.
fun way to track your personal progress.
Yeah. The Stats Tracker website is going to launch on June 17th, and you'll be able to access it either on desktop or mobile. So it's super simple to use, and all you need is a behavior account with at least one platform you play Dead by Daylight linked.
This is
with
pretty
it.
cool.
You can also link multiple
I'm
platforms.
kind of
with
curious.
cross
Oh,
progression
it'll tell you
on
like
all
kill
your
rates
stats
for specific
from
killers.
wherever you play the game. There's the general statistics page at the start where you can see your global stats like hours played, specific
Phrasing as a
play
fitness
time
app is
and
wild,
matches,
yeah.
total matches.
I thought it was gonna be
and
an app.
more. You can also switch between the main stats for killer and survivor.
Yes, select one, and you'll be able to see things like
I wonder what my
who
top
your
survivor
most
is.
played characters are, who your top characters are for each role. You can dive in each character and dig into details like emblems, average blood points earned, and even more than that.
Yeah, so we'll also be
Share your
showing
kill rates, everybody.
Super useful details.
Mine is 0.
Like what your top perks were, both in terms of your pick rate, your kill or escape rate. You can also see which perks really drive the most success.
Oh,
for
you can
you
get
and
recent
when you
match
play
history
the game.
too. That's
Yep,
really
And a
cool.
few more things you might be wondering about. The site will be super current. So meaning your match history will update almost immediately after a match is finished in the game. So stats also refresh every 24 hours.
Vanny skin for Huntress.
Where to go?
Thing is, Huntress
if
is
you link a new
really tall.
platform, which some people may be doing. It could take up to 24 hours before you start seeing those platform stats in the tool. And finally, it could change in the future too. This is a first iteration, as with most of the things we put out. First iteration, then we build on it. It's going to focus on 1v4 matches and major seasonal events like Blood Moon, Anniversary, Halloween, and the Winter event. And as of now,
KD is negative 50.
custom matches won't be counted in your stats.
Yeah.
But we're going to be
Cheer,
looking
KD.
at adding limited time events
1v1
like Lights Out,
right now.
Chaos Shuffle, and even 2v8 in the future.
Cool skin for
down the
Afton
road.
would be a
I can't
pixelated
wait for
pixelated purple guy.
Chaos Shuffle for it
Don't know
to
how
tell
it'd
me
work.
How many times I got no mither.
I could see like a
would love
pixelated
that. And like with everything we do
kinda skin
here,
coming
Dead
to the
by
game.
Daylight, the stats tracker is something where, as Eric said, we're going to
Might be more
building
akin to a
on.
pixelated
So there's already a
Springtrap
ton
than a
in there that we
pixelated
wanna
purple
make
guy,
sure
but I don't
that
know.
is available
It could
for
really do
players.
anything.
But
I just
if
hope they
there's
don't, like,
anything you want to see added, feel free
add
to
these
let us know on
cosmetics and then
socials
never
so
add
we
another
can let the
cosmetic
team
for him
know
ever again.
and see about updating it for the future.
PGB's out?
So
Oh
keep
yeah,
an
it
eye
is
out for
11.
more info. We're very close to that release. It's actually going to release
on.
alongside this chapter.
I might have to restart
scheduled for
Steam.
June 17th.
Might have
This
to.
year, by the way.
Ooh, that's gonna take my
So
gonna
only
take
a
my
couple of
PNG
weeks
out.
away, and as I tried to transition to before, why don't we do a Q&A?
So Q&As.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's jump
I'm gonna
to
exit
it.
out.
I don't know if we have. Do we have a card thing?
You might lose me.
We got 2 minutes. Oh, okay. We're close to PTB time. So
You might lose me. I'm gonna get lost.
Okay.
Ah! Where'd I go?
We have
I'm gone.
2 live streams in 1 month. 5 Nights at Freddy's
wait.
anniversary. We know
There I am.
we've got. Oh.
Aha! You
That's-
found me.
Sorry, I'm reading what was written for me.
I'm
Okay,
here.
here's the actual question. There have been complaints about cheats and hackers in the game at the
Okay, I'm
moment.
downloading it.
Is there something
Or
you can
I'm
say
getting into
about
it.
how you're addressing this?
The war against cheaters and hackers is a long-standing
Quick!
one, and